Hey, what is going on? What's up, children of the sun? This is your spiritual advisor, Montre Bible. Yep, that's my real last name. And gonna be going through the tarot for this week as well as the astrology. Happy Sunday fun day, y'all. Yeah. So let's look at the astrology and the aspects that are going on. I'm pulling this from astrologyking.com. So yeah. I know astrology, but I'm not an astrologer, so just want to keep it real with you guys. I am on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So make sure you follow me on all of that because I put different content on there on each platform. So you're not getting just a bunch of same old shit. If you want to see the full width of what I do or what I'm trying to show y'all, you got to follow me on everything. And if you want a personal reading, make sure you book it at montrebible.com. I do not solicit readings. I do have a day job. All right. So, uh, where is the moon at? Oh, the moon is in Leo right now. So this is a very expression energy. So we're looking at Leo, Virgo, Libra. That's where the moon is going to be mostly in for this week. So we start out expressing ourselves, and then Virgo's a much more energy of let's get back to work. Let's focus on what we need to do. And then we'll probably wrap up the week with Libra and Scorpio, which means mostly focus on relationships and sexuality and good things. I hope you guys have somebody like for real, like somebody you're sharing all this sexual energy because it is high, it's potent. Venus is in Aries. That's something I'm going off the cuff right now. So Venus is in Aries and it's connecting with Neptune, the planet of fantasy, okay, dreams. So with Neptune and Venus in Aries connecting, you're going to be more focused on your dreams, your passions, and it doesn't have to be sex. That's just kind of like the first one because Venus is about sex and money. She like to make her coins, baby. So with Venus, Aries, Neptune, Venus and Aries connecting in Neptune, we're going to be very focused on everyone's going to have that feeling of going after your passion, like for real. It could be a person, it could be a thing, but you're going to want to go forward with that. You're going to feel the push. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what you guys are going to do personally. I can only tell you the influence of the energy around you. Okay. Because I'm conscious of it, I use it every day to be successful and be like, okay, probably not a good time to do this, not a good time to do that. Let me try this, you know? And even with people, when you're dealing with people, when you know their signs, their zodiacs, and we're gonna go through the zodiac in a little bit, but when you know their signs of zodiac, you know, oh, they're going through this right now. So I'm not gonna fuck with them, you know, because they might be going through it, or if they start tripping on you and you know the energy that's influencing them and they don't, then you're it's easier to kind of deal with people. It's great if two people are very conscious of the energy, then you don't let it influence you. You influence what's going on. And that's why they call people mages and magicians and stuff, because it's only because they're conscious of the energy. They're conscious of the energy and they flow with it. And because they flow with it, what it looks like they're doing is magic, but it's really just like it's just the cycles of life, baby. And some of us can see it and some of us don't. You know, it's just the reality of it. When we stop making demonizing learning cycles, like women have cycles. When you let's talk about it. You know when it's that time, you gotta be a little bit like chill out. Like, why is she tripping? Oh, there's a cycle to this, right? Women are the perfect personification of the universe because the universe has cycles too. And when you know those cycles, you be like, oh, this is what's going on, right? That's what I'll be trying to tell y'all. But then, the world demonized women too, witches and whatnot. You never hear about wizards getting burned by the stake, do you? You hear always about witches getting burned at the stake because they're divine feminine. And wizardry and magic soon became the medical field, doctors and nurses. And it became all about, what you can see and what you can't see. But really, the witches and the wizards were the first doctors helping people out, figure things out, figuring out the cycles and figuring out how to heal it. All right. I done gone on a tangent. I took a gummy, y'all. I'm sorry. So I'm like thinking deep. All right. So Mercury is going to be sextile Cinco de Mayo. I don't know who anybody who celebrates Cinco de Mayo. Most of the people don't even know what that is. I was like, Mexican Independence Day? No, I don't think so. Mercury sextile Jupiter. So let's talk about sextiles. Sextiles, remember, I'm a teacher. So sextile is when planets are in complementary signs. So Mercury is in Aries. That's a fire sign. Jupiter is in Gemini. That's an air sign. So they're going to be like feeding off of each other. So Mercury in Aries wants to communicate, wants to spread information, wants to be proactive in speaking. Jupiter in Gemini is about socializing and expanding your social circle. This whole week will be great for social media for you guys who are interacting with social media, who are doing advertisements in social media. This is the week. Okay, May 4th through the 6th is going to bring good energy toward communicating and bringing people in, because Jupiter is in Gemini is a social circle of people. So spreading the word, communicating. This is the week. This is the week. If you guys are doing any type of advertisements, promotions, or marketing for yourself, for your business, this is the week to do it. Okay. I'm a spiritual advisor. Baby, all the great kings had advisors, and I am one. The moon will enter into Virgo, making us very particular. I told you this is a work week. With the moon in Virgo, most of the week, we're going to start moon in Leo, expressing yourself, moon in Virgo, then moon in Libra, then we start focusing on relationships. The moon will influence us too. Also, Mother's Day is coming up next week, right? Y'all start making plans. May 6th, Venus is going to be sextile Pluto. Venus is also in Aries. Pluto is in Libra. Relationships are going to start getting better. Yeah, Venus and Aries making the first move toward your relationships. Let me make sure my audio is right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. I had to take my headphones on because I got my little head wrap on and I can't fit my headphones, y'all. It's like I can hear, but it's not on my ears. So I was just trying to make sure. I am being goofy. All right, so Venus is sextile Pluto. For a lot of my Gen X people, you guys have Pluto and Libra, so relationships is going to be a big thing right now. Yep. No, Pluto's in Aquarius right now. I'm sorry. What did I say? Libra. All my Gen X people, most of y'all were born Pluto and Libra, but Pluto's in Aquarius, which is an air sign, and Venus is in a fire sign, making the first move, communicating. Sorry, my phone is going off crazy. I don't know why everyone's texting me. They always start texting me when I'm on camera. I'm like, do y'all know I'm on camera? Y'all just texting me. Or Thursday, the moon moves into Libra as we focus on relationships and how we feel about people. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be connections in general. Mercury semi-sextile. Oh, that's a week. But unexpected or just out of this world kind of conversations on the weekend for like 4 days. Mercury semi-sextile Uranus and Mercury semi-sextile Saturn. And we may feel it. Both of them are ruled by Saturn. Uranus is talking about Like having over the weekend, you may have weird conversations about like the unknown, spirituality, aliens. If you talk about or everyone's talking about like a conspiracy theory or something this weekend, if you start hearing a new conspiracy theory pop up, Mercury semi-sextile Uranus, that's why. But Mercury semi-sextile Saturn seems to be a limitation of communication or more serious talk. So either on Friday you have a very serious talk with someone about something because Saturn's in Pisces, having serious talks about feelings. Mercury in Aries, someone might take the first move, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign. Also, it's kind of sense it's a very weak aspect, but it could happen. Serious talks about something. So another week, and somebody that you've been dealing with may want to talk about like what's going on. Hey D, what's happening? What is up? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday fun day to you. Also, guys, if you're watching this video, go ahead and hit that like button for me, please. Helps me with the algorithm. YouTube is kind of funny. Um, I went live using my mobile phone and I got a lot of views, which is really weird. So I think they're pushing the mobile phone view, but I paid for this microphone. I'm going to use it. So I do this for the podcast version of my channel, which is like, okay, I paid money for the mic. I'm probably going to give me a new laptop too, because I think I have a Chromebook and the memory gets really low on this one. So, guys, be sure to donate to the channel because all of it goes back into the channel, really. So, if you want to see these things get better, all of this stuff is because of y'all microphones, sound deck. Um, so, I'm going to give y'all a good cheer for that. Thank you. Everything that you guys donate to me goes to the channel and snacks for my dog Spike. All right. So over to recap. I'm sorry. To recap, we start a busy work week early in the week. There's a chance for relationship changes with people, but we don't start focusing on our feelings in relationships until probably the end of the week. Like we're starting around Thursday, but mostly it just starts off hitting the ground running with a lot of like busyness because of Virgo. We're going to be feeling the Virgo energy the first half of the week. And then the second half of the week, we're going into Libra energy where we're thinking about our relationships and how we feel about other people. Does he like me? Does he not like me? I don't know. What does he feel about me? Why he tripping? Why is he talking to me now? You don't like me, then stay away. You know how it is. Because why is this camera so high? Sorry, let me adjust. I had adjusted the camera before, and now it's just all over the place. Let's move it over here. All right, so we're gonna pull some cards for everybody. Divine source, creator of everything, please give me insight to this week's energy. Please give me insight to this week's energy. Mother, Father, creator of everything, please give me insight to this week's energy. I feel like I need to do an oracle message first. You're like, why don't you just pull in cards? All right. Overall message. Overall message for this week. The healer, healing old issues, healing problems that we've gone through, emotional healing, spiritual healing. Yeah, there's going to be a healing process. I didn't even check to see what Chiron is the planet of healing. Look at there. The fixer's on the bottom. So it looks like the universe is trying to fix some issues with our lives, right? Trying to promote healing. Mostly probably with relationships as we go into the week with Libra and Scorpio. All right. Overall energy for the collective. The judgment reversed. Judgment reverse is that there could be an issue with someone that you've been dealing with that is made a wrong choice. Okay. And they could be, or you, this also could be you, but the situation could be just regarding just a false judgment. Someone made a judgment way too quickly and now they're deciding something else. This could be you or someone else. The Seven of Cups, this is about fantasy. Someone's been dreaming, they've been like, okay, what is it that I want? This is also a time where you're with Neptune and Aries, the dreaming or the spirituality is going to be so heightened. Like you're going to be seeing so many visions and dreams, and you may be already having that. You may be sensing things or seeing things in your dreams. What are your dreams telling you? Pay attention to that. With Neptune and Aries, it can really bring up a big thing. But your dreams could be telling you something that maybe you made a wrong choice or you need to do something else. The Two of Pentacles is a choice. It's walking. It's taking. It's not really making a decision like the Two of Swords, but the Two of Pentacles is mostly about juggling, juggling. But this guy, he's got his feet on both pinnacles. So you may have a choice of two options that you are like, right now, I'm keeping both of them. This could be in relationships. This could be someone who's really good for you and somebody who's pretty naughty. Like someone who's like, I don't know if you can quite see this card, but this guy, he's looking at the good stuff, but right on the next to him is some snakes and like and things, you know. And so he's making his choices. He's looking at that. He's looking at the bird. The bird is what he wants, but be careful. There's another choice there. This also can, it doesn't have to be necessarily two people, but just a decision where they're both possible, you know. The water behind him is emotions, being guided by his mind with the wind. It looks like the wind is blowing. This is about change, going from negative to positive, but still it's you really haven't let go of something. Both options, both timelines are still possible. Okay. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the sun card. I like to see that because the sun is vitality. It's about being alive and young and free and all of that energy, you know? So with the sun card, this week is going to be a good week. It's a week of healing. It's a week of living your life. It's a week of, you know, feeling alive, you know? But yeah, you may have to go back on some choices or somebody's going to come back on some choices with you. Um, one of the two. Remember, it's a week of balance and it's just this week. You know, if you have somebody come back into your life or you have two situations where you're not sure what to do, it's you don't have to make a choice this week because it's not a Two of Swords, it's a Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles is always having an option and keeping that option. And I'm just playing with both of them. Two of Swords is about making a choice. Or like, you know, I need to make a choice about something. All right, let's get to where are my other tarot cards? Hold on one second. Let me go get my other tarot cards because I need to do everyone's zodiac sign. Oh, they're on the table. Be right back. There we go. Hi, I'm glad to see everyone in the chat. Let me just take a break and say hi to everyone in the chat. What's up? And guys, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me on the algorithm. Hi there, hope everything's going well. Like you can only listen while I will make my voice even more sexy for you since you can only listen. Oh my goodness, so funny. I um if I'm going to go through everyone's zodiac sign and do a reading for the zodiac sign. It looks like a very happy week, a busy week for the beginning, a healing week for our relationships. Oh, look at that. The Six of Wands is already sitting on the bottom, which I feel like if there's something you are trying to be successful with, I see it happening this week. Remember, we are not making a lot of choices this week. We're just kind of going with the flow of the energy this week. We are juggling people. We're juggling situations. We are not making choices this week. No, we are not. We are just having fun with the energy. Having fun with the energy. You're not gonna let anything stress you out. Let's look at Aries and Aries rising. What is the card for you for this week? Aries, you have the Temperance card and it's reversed. So there is a need for some healing with your relationships. We already had the card of healing, but the Temperance card is reversed, which means that you need to take a more proactive step toward healing the relationships with you and another. This is also impatience. Because you're in Aries, you have the tendency to want to jump the gun. Maybe you're ready to leave or leave a situation, but you need to be patient during this time. There is a process. The Six of Wands is on the bottom of the deck, which is talks about a journey that you have to go through with you and another individual, and this is going to take some time. All right, so make sure that you are being patient with the process. Wow, that's the message. Let's move on to Taurus and Taurus rising. It's always good to know your rising sign is that is I would say a good 50% of your personality. All right, Taurus and Taurus rising. Your card is the Seven of Swords, and it is reversed. You may find out some secrets this week. Something that was unknown to you will become known. The Seven of Swords. Someone maybe have not been completely 100 with you. So I would sense that sometime at the end of the week, because that's when we have issues with relationships. On the bottom of the deck is the Lovers reversed. Well, I mean, I just could probably just leave it right there. Relationships, past relationships, someone that you are separated from, or there's quite some distance between you and another individual. This is also the sign for Gemini. So, Seven of Swords and the Lover's card, reverse. Yeah, you're gonna find out something about somebody you're very, 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 very close to. And on that note, I'm trying to figure out any Tauruses that I know. I know a couple of them. I know a couple, but yeah. Are you keeping a secret, Taurus, or is someone keeping a secret from you? Well, either way, if you've been keeping secrets, Taurus, it's about to come out. Sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just an old elderly, not elderly, tarot reader. All right, Gemini, your card is the Knight. Where's my hand? My Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is things not moving forward, feeling stuck. Um, Gemini, you are the sign of someone who's always needs to be moving, always doing something. Now, I know a lot of Geminis, and most of them are always outside on a road trip doing something. Well, this week, Gemini, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. All right. That Ten of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. So it feels like things have built up to a point with you where you need to let go of some things and you need to kind of chill out. You need to release something. The Ten of Wands is about letting something go because you feel stuck. Maybe you're letting something go because you feel stuck and it's not allowing you to be as free as you want to be. So Gemini, and for people who know Geminis, they might be going through a changing state of letting things go. So just keep that in mind. And it's good to know other people's signs. And that's why I always ask people. All right, let's move on to Gemini. After Gemini is Cancers. Cancers and Cancer risings. Cancers. Cancer rising. This reading is for you. I'm shuffling the cards. What's for Cancer? Cancer. Knight of Cups. For those single Cancers, you have someone who's interested in you and may try to approach you this week, around the end of the week, remember. For those who are in relationships, you are just going to be feeling yourself. You're going to be feeling all types of things. Someone, I feel like a secret admirer, though. High Priestess reverses is a very spiritual connection with someone, with an individual. This is also, yeah, some you may have a secret admirer coming towards you. For those in relationships, this is you connecting on a new level with a partner that you already have. For those that are, I'm not interested in a relationship. You be like, I still sense that someone is interested in you, but they've been keeping it a secret. They've been really. It's still. I think you'll probably figure it out. Use your intuition. Trust your intuition on this one. Trust your intuition on this one. Someone could be hiding like they have feelings about you. They want to come forward, but I don't want to say stalker. That sounds crazy, right? But it just feels like they're just being secretive. But you're gonna figure it out, and I don't think it's something that they're gonna tell you. You're just gonna like kind of know, like you know how when someone taps on your social media, you're like, what? It's that kind of thing. Yeah, you're just gonna figure it out. You're gonna figure out something somebody's keeping a secret about, and it has something to do with how they feel about you. You don't have to do anything about that at all right now because they still haven't come forward. They want to, but that I remember the Two of Pentacles. It's like keep juggling that, play with it. Yeah, okay, I see you, but I don't. All right, let's move to Leo. You can't hear me now? Did my audio go out? Let me check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Am I not talking loud enough? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Audio check. Tell me if you can hear me. I might have been too far from my microphone. I'll move my mic right here. Yeah, a little bit louder. Okay, cool. Let me fix the mic a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're gonna move on to Leo. That sound fine? Okay, good. Just making sure. Let's do the Leos. Leo and Leo rising. Also, if you know a Leo, this could be pertaining to them too. So it's good to be conscious of other people. Leo, the card for this week. The Knight of Wands. Lord have mercy. This is a very strong, passionate energy of someone coming in. You have this could be you too, because it's a fire energy. The page, not the page, the Knight of Wands is a very strong sexual energy going after what you want with so much energy in Aries that is very trying your sign. So you're really, you're really gonna feel to go after what you've been fantasizing about. Seven of Cups, your dream, your fantasy. And it could be regarding a person. Well, you looks like you have several people with the Seven of Cups. I know a lot of you Leos, y'all be having options, but you do have that favorite one. And that's the one in the middle right there. A little mystery. You got your little favorite. And the rest of them, you're like, oh, it's good, it's good, it's good. But man, I can't stand that one. But all Leos got their little favorite. You're gonna feel the need to go after them. Knight of Wands, passionate connection. Okay, it's gonna push you to go. Maybe probably the end of the week, or the weekend. You'll probably have a feelings. Because I mean, you probably feeling yourself right now because the moon is in Leo. But then after it goes into Virgo, that's when you lose the wind in your sails. Not as fun. Then, but when we get into Libra energy, you're gonna be feeling it. That's gonna be around Thursday. You're gonna be feeling yourself a little bit because it's sextile your energy. You'll feel more. Libra's air, so it's gonna be words spoken and really good time. Good time for you. All right, where your fantasies may come true, but you have to go after it. You have to pursue it. All right, let's do. We said Leo, and now Virgo. Virgo. Virgo for this week. The Five of Swords is reversed. Virgo, you may have fallen out with someone, but you're about to have a reconciliation this week, especially in regards to relationships. Someone that you don't get along with or you haven't been getting along with is about to come back into the picture. You need to, with the Page of Pentacles here, this is talks about seeing the potential in the beginning of something, a stable beginning. Okay. But once again, it's almost like the Leo, you have to make an initiative to repair these relationships. You may have a family member, sibling, something like that. Someone that was close to you. Maybe you broke up with someone. But this is any type of relationship where you had a falling out and you were like, yeah, I was right. We fell out because this, I was in the right. Because this is about winning a battle and losing friends or someone close. But now there's about to be a reconciliation. There needs to be a change. Five is a number of change, and something's about to change with your life this week. Regards to relationships and healing, the universe is pushing you toward that. You can make the first move. If you do, there's a very likelihood that something will change. But if someone makes a pursuit to fix a connection, you need to go for it. Let's move on to Libra. Libra rising. Virgo and Libras. Libras and Libra risings, if you know Leo. Libra. Sorry. Libra. The 10 of Swords. You know, the moon will be going into your sign. Not the 10 of Swords. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is saying, get out of your head, Libra. You're known for not making quick decisions. That's a negative side of Libra, right? This is more of a Virgo card, though. I think of the 8 of Swords. I think Virgo. But this is about worrying about things and letting it go. The moon will be going into your sign. There's also could be somebody who is really thinking about you, and because the moon is will be going into your sign later this week. You may be getting out of it. You may be saving yourself. I used to call you Libra the Zodiac superhero because if there was somebody that was going to save the day, it was always going to be a Libra. I don't know what Libras you know, but the Libras that I know will save the day. If you ask them and you need some help with something, they got you. The 8 of Swords reverse for me kind of feels like you saving yourself finally. But also on the reverse, because it is a reverse card, it could be someone who's just really thinking about you and not moving forward. And they need you to save them. Someone needs you to save them. Once again, Libra. And this is why the energy is slow. There's something like the relationship is not moving as fast. The connection is not moving fast. It's just a slow relationship with the Eight of Wands reverse because they want you to make the first move. They want you to come get them. Ooh, Libra, I see it so clear. Well, do it around Thursday, Friday, because that's when the moon is going to be in your sign. You'll be feeling yourself. So let's move on to Scorpios. Scorpio rising. You'll be getting some of that energy too when the moon moves into your sign on the weekend after it's finished with Libra. Let's look at Scorpio and Scorpio rising. Scorpio rising. All right, Scorpio, what are you doing? Scorpio, you got two cards. I'm going to just read those. All right, we've got the Five of Wands and the Nine of Wands. This is about you protecting your energy. Okay, you may have, I feel like a spiritual attack with you, Scorpio. I need you to put up your spiritual protections with that Nine of Wands. This is just a lot of energy around you. This is negative energy. These are people who want what you got. This is people who are just going to be negative. And because you're a water sign, you're very sensitive to that energy. You're sensitive to the attacks around you. So what I need you to do is put your spiritual protections up for this week. And be consciously doing that every morning. Only because these cards came out at the same time. That's going to be your reading for you. Also, you need to step away from the drama. Step away from the drama. There may be already some drama that has already happened, and you need to step away and take a break so you can get what are we talking about? Your healing. You need to get your healing, okay? And so I'm kind of sensing you have to step away from the drama. If someone's still coming at you with their energy and you're like, nah, I need to take a break from this, okay? I'm not sensing you interacting with someone this week. I'm sensing, yeah, they may have made a false judgment about you. You know what I mean? But right now, it's just like, take your time. You don't need to do anything this week. It's almost like spiritual protection. That's all I see. I see conflict, and you just need to put your protections up. Even if if you have to deal with someone this week, then make sure you're doing what you need to do to protect your energy. Because the wands is about energy, and I don't want to see something happen to you because you got spiritually attacked, which manifests into something else. All right. Sorry, y'all. I be having these downloads and I see stuff. Next, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. All right, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Okay, no, two cards. Healing with the past relationship. You got the Strength card. The Strength card. And then we have the Ace of Cups reverse. This is a past relationship. This is for people who are single, who you don't have anybody. This is you not being able to feel love right now. You don't have the capacity to love someone at the present moment. You may be very love starved, and you're just trying to strengthen that part of your life again to get to this place where you can do it. But also, the Ace of Cups reverse could be another past love coming into the place that strengthens you. It fills your cup up. I'm only giving two cards, so that's gonna be yours. All right, let's do Capricorn. Capricorn rising. Ooh, my hands. Do y'all know any Capricorns out there? My mama's a Capricorn. Yeah, I have to do a whole separate video about being raised by a Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, rising. All right, the moon card jumped out and it is reversed. All right, Capricorn, you have a lot of unseen um, emotions and feelings. This is the moon is represents the subconscious, the feminine side, the things that we cannot see, our fears, um, things that we don't talk about, our secrets, our insecurities. With the reverse, this is being seen. You're becoming aware of it. You're having to deal with the emotions, and there things are coming up to the surface, but you're not as scared of them anymore. A sense of healing with something with your emotional state, what you've been going through, and what was painful yesterday is not as painful today. But you're becoming aware of your emotions, and you're getting healing with them. What's on the bottom? Okay. And you got the Lover's card reverse. This is about a separation, a breakup, a divorce, losing a lover. And what you haven't been dealing with, you're gonna deal with it this week, and you're gonna come to a place where you are accepting of what's going on. Could be dealing with the Gemini too. All right, let's move on to where we're at. After Capricorn, it's Aquarius. Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Aquarius and Aquarius rising this week. All right, I see a little jumper. Aquarius, you have the Eight of Cups. You are moving up to higher places. You are getting to this place where you're saying, this is not enough for me. Your relationship is your relationship with yourself. You're healing. And the only way to heal is to do better, is to move up, to leave something behind. And that's what I kind of see in your sense, and you're cutting something off because it's the best thing to do for you. This could be a person, a job, anything, but it's like something you're leaving behind. And you're making this choice this week for your sake. The Nine of Swords reversed is obviously something that's been on your mind, that's been stressing you out and keeping you up. Also, this could be that you decide to move on, maybe from an individual, and this is going to stress them out. But you're like, I don't care. I've tried, and now I'm healing myself. And so you're deciding, you're like, hey, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, the chances of you getting cut off this week is very high. All right, so let's move on to last but not least, Pisces and Pisces rising. Pisces and Pisces rising. Home team, because you know I'm a Pisces. All right. Oh, we got a jumper, Pisces. Oh, it's a lot of cards. Is it two? Yes, it is two. Why have they been jumping out in twos today? All right, Pisces, you've got the Emperor card reverse and the Three of Pentacles reverse. Oh my goodness. Pisces, this week, watch out for, and especially at work, for supervisor having issues. Three of Pentacles reverse, people not getting along. And the Emperor, or you're at work and things go really crazy, and like the CEO has to get involved or something like that. You're like, oh shit, what's going on? This is the drama at work. Also, you could be having an issue if it's relationships. You could be dealing with someone older, or you're the older one. If you're the older one, Pisces, this in a relationship, then this is a control issue. You have control issues. If this is someone else, you're in a relationship with someone else, this is them having control issues. The Three of Pentacles represents too many people involved. So your person could be may have somebody on the side. Hmm. Maybe that's maybe where all the issues are. They trying to control you because they cheating. Hmm. You know. Anyways, I digress. This is either a work issue, something happened at your work, or you dealing with somebody who ain't being faithful. All right. um, let's see what's going on. Let me look in the chat and see what's up. You got a Saturn in Pisces. My goodness. Saturn in Pisces. That is really having a hard time spiritually, or like you must have a very strong control of your emotions. Saturn in Pisces it's about limiting or having struggles in your spiritual life too. Saturn's always going to bring lessons. I guess your lessons also come from a spiritual place. Like you have a lot of spiritual lessons that you go through. I can see also with Saturn in Pisces that someone probably grew up very religious. You know what I mean? At the beginning of your life. But you find like, all right, I gotta break out of this Saturn stuff. Yeah. Saturn is the house of lessons, planet of lessons. But in the long run, it gives you the most reward. Whew. I needed some water. My mouth is getting dry. All right, y'all. Let's pull some oracle cards for this week. Let's pull a moon card for this week. So I saw some healing for everything, and then I feel like we can. If y'all are in here, go ahead and hit that like button for me. If anything has resonated with you thus far, we're gonna do a pick a card too. We're gonna do a pick a card reading today. All right, let's pull a moon card for this week. What is the message the universe wants to tell us? Moon card for this week. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Now, there's not actually a full moon eclipse, but eclipses mean change. Something's changing this week. We're about to get to a resolution. That's kind of resonated with the other readings that I've been doing. Let's pull an animal oracle. Animal oracle card. Animal oracle. Oh. Got a dropper. Grasshopper. Take a leap of faith. Take a chance. Something beautiful may happen. Sometimes you don't know. The leap of faith is always like, I really don't know where I'm going to be when I do this. But something's changing. And when you make that change and you're not sure of the outcome, that's when you know you're making the right choice. You're making a leap of faith. A leap of faith. I love it. Let's pull it here. And oracle message for this week. Excellent. Man, something is coming to a close this week, y'all. How many times? Can y'all see that? Completion. Something is coming to a close this week. Hey, which card? Conclusions. Completion. What was the other card? Healing. A cycle is ending. A cycle is ending, y'all. Do y'all see that? Man, if y'all don't tell me, man, God be connecting with us and telling us what's up. We just gotta ask. Man, that's fucking crazy. All right, angel message for this week. Just gotta ask, and you can connect. You know what to do. Universe is like, look, I've already told you. I've been sitting here talking to you and telling you. The angel message is like, you know what to do. How many times we gotta tell you what to do? Something's coming to a completion. Something's coming to the completion, and maybe you don't know how to complete it, but you just gotta take a chance and trust your heart. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Trust your heart here. Whatever situation you guys are going through. All right, we're going to do a yes or no tarot. I want you to think of the question that you have on your mind. Thank you for joining me this far. I am so grateful to all my viewers. If you want to send me a tip, you can go ahead and do it at my Cash App. It's right there in the little scroll down there in the bottom of the screen. Also, you could, I think YouTube has their own little gifting thing. I don't know. You can use that too. Whatever's easier for you. But at the very least, hit the like button. That's a nice payment. All right, so we're gonna do a yes or no tarot, and if it's upright, it is yes. If it is reverse, it's a no, and I'm gonna tell you why. I want you to think of the question in your head, and I want you to focus. Take a deep breath, exhale, and think of your question, and I will connect. And I want you to pick card 3, 6, or 9. 3, 6, or 9. 3, 6, 9. All right. And then we have a bonus card at the bottom of the deck to give you some more clarity. All right. So if you got your card picked and you pick card 3, this is the 3 of Cups. Your answer is yes. Sensing friends. And this is the social energy. So something regarding friends, socializing. This is a good energy, but you may need to consult your friends. You need to keep things friendly. Something about socializing and friends. So your answer is yes. If you pick card 6, your answer is the 5 of Swords. A 5 of Swords says yes. It represents sacrifice, something that needs to be sacrificed to get what you want. This can be something with you or your relationships or something that you really care about. So you can get what you want, but it's going to cost you. If you pick card 9. Oh, we got yeses all around. You get the Strength card. You're becoming stronger. You could be dealing with the Leo. Something, this is an inner strength. This is a feminine strength of not having to do something, but it's by in your passive energy, you're able to control a situation. Strength, inner strength. You're becoming stronger this week. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. There's, for everyone, there's going to be a sense of communication with another individual. This is new ideas, new conversations, learning something new in regards to people that you're dealing with regards to yourself, maybe even at work, learning something new at work. Okay. All right. So that is your reading for this week. If you would like a personal reading, be sure to go to my website at montrebible.com and follow me on my other social medias. I am on LinkedIn, I am on LinkedIn, but don't follow me there because I don't check that. Instagram, TikTok, uh, here on YouTube, of course. Facebook, I got my Facebook page. Hey, Facebook people, if you guys watch, most of them don't. But I ain't hating, whatever. But it's good that you guys are here, and I love y'all, and I thank y'all, and thanks for the likes, the subscriptions, or just sending me a message. Like what's up? I'm a real guy, and I love talking to y'all. Y'all are really cool. I hope y'all have a great week. Be sure to let me know how it goes, and keep making your reality happen. Because if you don't do it, then who will? Talk to you guys later.